Well, good morning. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday morning? Raining in New Jersey. Let's see who's coming. Thank you guys for all the DMs and all the well wishes. We're doing the best we can in this market right now. And we want you guys to join us because each week we're discussing something that you're bringing to our attention, asking for more. And this is why we're doing this breakfast with Sandy. So we appreciate you. Thank you for being part of our community. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the owner's journey. In order to create a sustainable business, I know that foundation alone is not what it takes to be able to create a business that's going to make it through the day in and day out, maybe bad press or what's going on in the economy or your family, a personal life, business life, right? It's not about grit either. So we've got to figure out, what does that owner's journey look like? How do we help you? How do we guide you? And exactly what we do at CEO Warrior. And the thing that we want from you is to take accountability, right? We're going to hold you accountable, but what does that mean to you? Often every day we talk to business owners who are saying, I want to be different. I want something different for myself. I know I can do this. Like, I left my company. I've got to feed my family. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing day to day. I'm working so hard. Is that really what it takes? Does it take working hard? Because I know I worked my ass off and it didn't get me where I wanted to go. So when you have a business that is looking to grow, there has to be some kind of roadmap, some kind of journey, some kind of understanding of what it's going to look like to be coached to the next level. Can you do it alone? I don't know. Can you? How's it working out for you now? I know I didn't do so well in that climate. I need somebody to hold my hand a little bit and show me what I could have done differently. It wasn't through years and years of poor experience, bad hires. And I mean, obviously, the economic downturn didn't help much. Going to bed at night crying about, how you're going to pay your bills and should we shut the doors, to a business that had a legacy and has been around for years. So I've been there, lived it, and wish I had a mentor. Wish I had somebody who said, look, there's a way to get out of this. You just have to understand your business from the inside out and what you can do differently, what's working, what's not working, how are you managing, how are you measuring. And when we removed ourselves from the immediate situation of the daily grind, because we knew we couldn't keep working any harder, then it was presented, but it took a lot longer than it should have. So why not get the guidance, get that accountability? What does that mean? I mean, everybody's out there touting the same stuff. Oh, I've gotten to this level. This is where I've gotten my success level. But maybe that's not even what you're aspiring to. Maybe you just want to create some kind of wealth and freedom and kind of family time. Like, what does that look like for you? You don't aspire to maybe be multi-millions of dollar businesses. Maybe you just want to have a comfortable living, not working for someone else, sitting on the beach 2 weeks a year. I know people who sell off to generational wealth and then they keep going because, I don't know, what does that mean for them? Maybe they're just never satisfied, but what does that mean to you? You need to figure that out. But we created an owner's journey because we knew that's what our clients were looking for. They don't know how to get to where they have to go, and it's a destination for them. So when we talk about how that's created, let's think, what is the first step? And that's kind of opening your eyes to what's not working in your business today. So that's the starting point. Everybody has a kicking off point. And being self-aware is tough. Looking introspective is not always easy. And the success stories, like I said, that we see on Facebook, and I got my business to here. Well, talk about the blood, sweat, and tears that got you there. How does that roadmap look? Where were your failures? Because other people are living in those failures thinking that they're creating some kind of roadmap to success. But if they keep doing the things that they've always done, they're not going to get to the life that they want to have. What is that desire? So I need to understand you as a coach, right? As a mentor, as an advisor. And then we put you on a journey, but the journey is proven. So it's just about kind of calibrating what's going to work for you and what's not going to work for you, because everybody has their business set up differently. but there's basic business mechanics that work for everyone. So when you enter our world, that owner's journey is going to take you down a path. Maybe you got to do it, try it, fix it. Maybe what's not working for you, but we're going to be able to assess that. That's what our skill sets are for, right? A couple weeks ago, I talked about mindset. Obviously, everybody needs a good mindset, but does that come without taking some kind of action? Does that come without the bad habits and erasing, eradicating what's not working for you? I guarantee that when you get into our world, that we're going to see things that you've been doing for so long, that you talk a good talk, that you want to get help. You want a coach, you want an advisor, you want to make those weekly calls, you want your teams trained, but then it gets too hard. It gets difficult. Morning, James. And I really think we've got to pull that curtain back on yourself, and you have to know yourself well enough to know where's that self-awareness coming down from? Where are the strengths and weaknesses? And there's a lot of that first step in that owner's journey is maybe it's not going to move as fast as you'd like, but there has to be some kind of sustainable change. In order for that, we have to recognize the habits that aren't working for us right now. So that's like in a business assessment. Whether it's a fiscal business assessment or a personal business assessment, it's all going to go hand in hand. So that's the first step. That's why you go through an onboarding for 90 days. That onboarding is extremely well laid out. You're going to walk through our door after committing to 2-day workshop with us, or however you entered into our world, and you have a 90-day operating period where you're going to be able to undo the things that you're doing right now. You're going to be putting together better foundational elements. And it is about the foundation, because you can't build anything without the foundational knowledge in your company. Maybe that's not going to help for long-term sustainability, but you have got to have a foundation, because your business cannot run without one. And that's what we create in the 90-day onboarding. If we let you go past that and start moving too quickly, it's not sustainable, right? We can't train others that way. So stay strict with the 90 days. Do the work. Put in the effort. Come to the calls. Come to the advisory every Wednesday. If you keep doing things that are not creating new habits towards the sustainability of your business, scalability of your business, then we keep feeding the life that we say we don't want. So what's the first step? Business assessment, right? Then we have to do a SWOT analysis of exactly what's going on right now in our business. And I'm not just talking about the competition. They're irrelevant at this point. It's all about us. We're our own worst enemy. So why are we so damn focused on everybody else around us? I'm not focused on anybody else in our coaching industry. We've got great players out there, but they're not meant for us. We're not meant for them. We've got to draw clients in that are meant for what we do for them. You can go stumbling all over the place and find a little dabble here, get some information here, and try to put it together on your own. And then you're going to come back in a year and still be in the same exact position, because one person's saying this, someone else is giving you information about sales, somebody else is giving you marketing, somebody else is rebranding you. There has to be a holistic approach. Sure, we can pull in other experts and we can figure out what are best case scenarios. But when you're working in a steadfast, habitual manner of an owner's client journey, it's also understanding what's on the other side. We're not here to serve ourselves. We're here to serve our clients. We can't always focus on us. There has to be a give and take in this. So we have to focus on the marketing, the sales, mastering your finances. Most of you don't understand finances. You don't understand your sales. You don't measure anything in your company as far as sales go. We just keep talking about how we're not getting enough marketing leads. That is a reality most of the time, and I understand that. But then when the efforts do come in, how are we measuring those sales to go back to see what worked so we can do more of that? Right? What do our operations look like? We're going to help you with that. We reviewed your P&Ls. We're going to look at the inefficiencies. How can we maintain better labor rates? What do your leaders look like? Because I've seen some leaders who've come into our world where they're not even understanding of themselves. So how can they lead other people on their team? I want you guys to really just think about this in a very basic mechanics. It's about creating a drive to a better run company. I mean, it's really all it is. And we make it so much harder. And then week per week, we're creating these own obstacles because we don't get out of our own damn way because we're reading everything else that's out there. We're reading books. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I think you should stay on top of the market trends. You should understand what's going on in the economy. But if we listen to it, sometimes it becomes self-fulfilling prophecy. Stay straight. Horses run with blinders on. There's a reason for that. And the reason it is because they don't need to know what's going on around them. Stay focused. Stay in your lane. How many times do we hear stay in your own lane? But most of us can't because we're looking for a magic bullet, magic pill. We've got to think about what we mean to the marketplace. What are our core values? Yeah, that is foundational. But that's how we pivot and pull in the energy of our clients. Most of the time, we don't even know who we're serving. How are we going to be able to go and show the value? You are a commodity business in the trades. That's the fact, the long and short of it. Commodity. You're selling what everyone else is selling. You're offering services that everyone else is offering. But how you do it internally first is most important. Right? What is it going to look like? What does our organization look like? Who's accountable for what on a daily basis? Because most of you, you're just running around on the day-to-day. You don't know what you're doing. You're putting fires out, reactivity. I know, I've been there. Most of you are running that right now. Instead, you're so caught up in what is going to happen, what is not going to happen. I've got to hire. I hear every single day, I don't have time for that. What do you have time for? Keep doing the same things you're doing because they're not getting where you want to be. Actually, some of you are doing really well, but you want to do better. There's a lot of people that are out there hiring coaches and advisors because they're doing amazingly well. But they know in order to get to the next level, they have to see things differently. And right now, you're very myopic, meaning everything that you do is looking at it straight from what the problem is today. You're focused on one thing. You're not looking outside. You guys went into business because you're visionaries. You knew you could do it differently, better than wherever you were that you were living the life of a service expert or a comfort advisor or GM. And then you decided to go out on your own. Congratulations on taking that leap. Again, I love that because that showcases your vision. Showcases that you're a visionary. Doesn't mean that we have all the checks in the boxes that we need. And I know from personal experience that when we haven't sat down enough and put together a strategy and a game plan, prayer became the answer. Really? Prayer? I hope that phone rings. So what are you going to do when winter's coming? Man, I spent a lot of years with Tony Robbins and everything that he used to say is, how do we create our own economy? Because winter is coming. And I don't mean that in a seasonable way. I mean that winter is coming in an economic way. Whether or not it's true, we've got to be able to be built for that. I don't care if it's sunshine every day. You still have to be built just in case. And everyone's touting the same message. But if you don't have your business set up where there's components that are going to be working for you on the day-to-day, and you don't have an advisor who's kicking your ass to make sure that you're staying on point, because that's what our advisors do. We kick your ass a little bit. And that's what we need as humans. Otherwise, we keep returning to a force of average that we want to go back to the comfort zone. And these aren't just concepts or cliche statements. These are reality. I watch it every day. I watch it with myself, my friends, my family, the people that we serve, the people that are prospective in our world. You come in, you say you want more, and by the end of the conversation, you're deciding that maybe I really don't want more. So how do we create the vision, the core values? How do we align the people that come into working on our teams with those value systems? That's what you need, is a journey to get there. Hand-holding, if you will. Live calls, peer-to-peer. What more can we do to help you? Tell us. Because every single day, our jobs are meant to make your lives better in whatever way that looks for you. But if you don't know how to recruit, if you don't know how to understand your financials, and you don't understand how to train your team, how do we create leaders? What are we doing on a daily basis? What is our decision-making criteria? Then how are you getting to next level? And I'm telling you, most of you, it's a wing and a prayer. That's why revenue never impresses me. Ever. Where's your profitability right now? What happens when you walk away from your business for 3 days? Some of you can't even leave your business for 2 days to come out to create a better roadmap for where you need to go in your business by spending 2 days in a workshop because you're afraid that you're going to lose revenue for 2 days. I can't do it. I have too many service calls. I'm too busy. Is that why you started your business? Not so sure. But I know what I hear every day. It's the same thing over and over again. And it's a lot of excuses. Excuses why you're not where you are. Excuses where your team's not doing what they're supposed to do. These are on you. We're the owners. Every decision we make, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, is our decision, ultimately. Bad press, our problem. Yes, there are people out there with lack of integrity. There's people that are going to be in our teams that don't give 110%. Our problem. But we need to create something that helps you guys along the way, that when this stuff comes up, bad hire, bad recruiting process, no onboarding, right? Lack of performance reviews, lack of incentive plan, guys that don't want to go out to jobs, poor client service experience. You've got to have somebody who's there in your corner to be able to walk you through what you should do, what you can do differently, and how do we learn from that experience. That's how we create a better run company. If everything went great every day, then we would never sit down to say, how do we strategize differently? We would just keep moving with the flow. But that's not life. We stumble every day. So let's think about how to get yourself learning what that first year of an owner's journey looks like. Spend 2 days with us in a workshop. Sit down. Let's take pen to paper, highly participatory. Create something sustainable. Or you can keep working your 14-hour days wondering if you're going to make it through the next shoulder season. Up to you. I know what I would rather do. I know what helped me. So think about spending time with people who are going through exactly what you're going through. Learn from them. Learn from other industry experts who've been there, worked in the field, worked in the trenches, had sleepless nights, created something different for themselves. And we still fumble. There's still days when there's difficulties. But now we have a different process in which to see it. Now we have a way in order to assess the situation without making some kind of chaotic decision that puts you back steps. It comes from a very easy place. And that's what the team does for you. That's what a community does for you. Learn more, be more. We've got so many people out there doing more with less. Less knowledge, right? Less ability, less skill set. Why? Because they follow the roadmap. Hey guys, I hope you have a great day. If you've got anything else to say, I look forward to some more DMs with some great feedback, what you want to talk about next. So September 19th and 20th, we're going to see you in the room in New Jersey. Spend 2 days with us in a workshop so that we can work through exactly what you're going through. Not what other people have gone through, not some kind of theory, but what you're going through and what a process that you can commit to. And then we're going to help you. All right. Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day.